If you haven't heard about Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Lawful Stupid just jumped over. First of all, it's free, and we love that. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, wherever you're at, all on the go. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. There are a lot of other vendors out there, a lot of platforms that they will make sure your podcast gets to. So it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with zero minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Last time on Lawful Stupid. You have passed the test. The test was to determine how you functioned with one another. Overall, very good job. Feel free to spend the rest of the day how you will. I'll come get you tomorrow morning for the briefing for your first mission as a team.
All right. It is time for you to get ready for your briefing this morning.
You are all going on a mission early. Your training will be in the field. You must rely on each other and some basic items in order to succeed in your missions. If you die out there, you die out there. This is not a place for the faint of heart. Please come back and see me again. And she opens the door. There are these gigantic mountains that you're in. The sky is clear, blue, and the wind blows through your hair. And it feels wonderful. It's warm. It's a pretty warm, like cool, warm, that perfect temperature, like 70 degrees, 68 degrees. And she says, "Any last words?" You've all three stepped through this door after being handed a note card that says you're going on your first mission.
That's all it says.
You're going on a mission. It's already been opened. Somebody stole your card, switched it out, drew a butt. And as you step out into the...
I won't be good at this mission.
It's a cool morning. You feel this cool breeze, but at times you also feel this warm breeze hit your face. And as you look out, is it purvey? What's the P word it means to look out?
Perceive?
As you
you survey purview?
Is purview? No, that's like
purview.
Anyways, as you preview your surroundings, you're in the mountains, high up. And perhaps it's even a little bit harder to breathe than you remember when you were back in the K&G headquarters. And about as far as you can see, there are mountains. But just far enough away, you can see that those mountains begin to turn into smaller mountains, eventually into hills, and eventually into some flatlands, miles and miles out. It looks like it might take even, 6 or 7 days to reach those flatlands. And then behind you, you hear the door close. And as the door closes, it begins to fade away. And behind you, there's a trail that leads further up into the mountains.
Does anyone remember what we're supposed to be doing?
By the way, the card hasn't actually been opened, so there's that.
Oh, I opened the card.
As you open the card, it is in common. It's not very fancy. It's just a single, small, rectangular piece of white paper with black ink. And it says, "Mission. Travel to Junga. Find the source of the floods. Investigate. Resolve." And that's it.
Who's got the map? I do. I take out the map and I look for Junga.
So, and actually what you'll do is, as you notice as you flip over the card, there will be like you are here, X, and basically a very crude drawing of like a mountain and then some dashes that would lead like down into that plain, and it says, "Follow the trail."
Oh, hey everybody. This trail here to the southeast. Let's take it.
William looks at the card. I wonder who Devin Davenport is. It's a pretty good map drawn here.
The artistic style is quite exquisite.
You do have to create like your own cartographer NPC who permeates all the worlds of Lawful Stupid.
All the maps that are ever drawn, it's got a little signature
it's
down in the bottom right-hand corner.
Evan Avenport.
I hate it. Have you ever liked a guy that you knew his name is Evan? No one has.
No.
Nope.
His name is Daversport.
I do like. I am on board. He's got a single name. He's that important now. Singular name status.
Daversport the cartographer.
So I look at this map here, and does it look like? So you said we can perceive that it's a week-ish to the flatlands. Does this map add up that we're gonna have a week of travel to this? Did you say Junga or Junga? Like
Junga. So just for you guys, it's Joonga.
Joonn.
And the map. So the map doesn't tell you how much time exactly you have.
But the spots
all
in
you
the
were given were the
or it's in the mountains, like where we're supposed to be.
The flatland. So it would if the directions show that you're headed toward the flatlands. Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. We have a very long. Journey ahead of us. I'm not exactly the rustic type here. Either of you?
Miss B shakes her head. Oh, let's get moving before we all complain about the outdoors.
Note to self.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind? Oh, great. You're our expeditioner.
Okay.
Lead the way.
It's just that down this trail.
I follow his lead.
Yep.
Okay. So you
Safely
guys,
in the middle of the pack.
Does anybody?
It's flat for a little while. Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't want to steamroll the campaign.
Context. Not provided in this episode. I'm sorry.
I love it.
What do you say, bud?
Does anybody know any traveling songs?
Well, you can't steamroll, I can't sing, so we all have our curse to bear.
We can just play I Spy. That one's rather easy.
Oh, I'm colorblind.
Sucks to be you.
I guess it's you can't mess what you don't know.
You can, actually. The colors are wonderful.
Well, I bet you don't know how great it is to have a positive disposition like I do.
You're right, I don't. I work with politicians.
Oh.
No one's happy. That's the trick.
Do you need me to pray for you?
No. I mean, you can if you want.
I thought a little bit more boyish between last episode and this one.
I noticed. Do you want to
I don't know why I have this backpack and it just makes me feel...
He is holding his hands like he's holding his backpack up high, like someone's going to take it.
You're 14-year-old with a backpack and you're about to light up a cigarette too, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the only way to make him happy is probably provide more alcohol. What I've learned last night, at least.
I do love alcohol, yes.
Well, I believe in you.
And as you begin to travel this trail, it's flat for a little while. And then suddenly, of course, as it would, as you're going down the mountain, begins to steepen. And as you turn one specific corner, there is an individual who is coolly, I mean, just so coolly, leaning up back against a rock, one leg bent, where like the foot is on the mountain, and you see this large sniper rifle coming off of his right shoulder. He has like this cape type thing. It's over a hood over his head. It comes down, but it's not about to his calf length. He's got like these cargo pants on, several pockets on the boots he has. They're high boots. They're black. He has a couple straps on those, and each has a dagger, 2 or 3 daggers on those boot straps. On his belt, he's got several pouches, and you see a couple more daggers, and it looks like some potions, perhaps, in those. And you can't see his face just yet. And he says,
I'll gesture for everyone to get down. I'll say, be careful. There's a very cool sniper up ahead.
I bet his
he
name
says,
is Irvine.
come on.
I cast Detect Magic.
I think he's seen us.
Yeah, I hear you too.
He's so cool, guys. I don't know what to do.
B is just, she's gonna keep on walking up to this guy. Like, you're just hanging out on a mountain? Hello?
And so he immediately takes his hood off, and he says, yeah, I've been waiting on you 3.
It's Durfan Johnson.
It's not Durfan Johnson.
Dang it.
It's not. The Durfan Johnson remains safely at the KNG.
I cast Detect Magic.
There are some...
I'm worried about him.
There's some traces.
Yeah.
There's some traces of magic on him. Different items he is carrying, but nothing that emanates strongly.
Do I detect illusion magic on him or
What school of magic?
Nothing. Yeah. Which you just see like the items that he may have, like the magic that surrounds those being magical items, but not anything beyond that.
Okay. All right. So just magical items. But he doesn't have any spells cast upon him.
Negative.
Okay. Well, hail and well met, friend. Why are you waiting on us?
Well, it seems like I'm your guide for this little adventure you guys get to be on.
It's like I complain about things and they appear. I don't have enough alcohol.
I complained about having to train you guys, and here you are, so I guess that's how it works.
I look up expectantly. Okay, no, it doesn't work like that.
Are you a trainer, you said?
I'm a field agent, and from time to time, it is my distinct dishonor to have to be with you younglings and show you the ropes and make sure you don't die or whatever. And so here I am.
I'm sure we're going to be able to learn a lot from you. What's your name, sir?
My real name, you'll never know. The code name's Breeze.
Breeze. It's so cool.
Yeah, well, you know, when I first joined, you get to pick your own name. I thought the reason for it was pretty cool, and now every time I have to tell somebody about it, I'm, as they say, embarrassed. But you know, it's on all the papers and forms, and so it is what it is. And your names, but don't give me, rookie mistake. Don't give me your real names. Give me your code names.
That's a good point. I wouldn't want to give away who I am.
And while you guys are kind of thinking about that for just a second, we are going to play this out. What you see as he took his hood off is you have an air genasi in front of you, and he's got sort of these clothes are pretty ragtag. There's holes in places. He looks like he lives in the wilderness. He's got sort of a mohawk. His hair is a distinct white color mohawk, but the mohawk looks like really good, taken care of, like a haircut that's real good on a military person. Like skin on the sides up to a good fade, short mohawk. And he's got one braid that comes off the right side down behind his ear and onto the right side. It falls down over the right side of his chest.
Gosh, he's cool.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, I've been saying it out loud. Well, ever since you described this NPC as coolly, like so coolly standing there, I'm like, fuck, he's cool.
He's like the guy you would ask if you can have a cigarette, and he's like, cigarettes kill. And then he lights one up still. Still does it.
Fuck, he doesn't even care.
And so he looks first over to Willie, and he says,
Okay.
come over there.
I hate that a whole lot. I put out my hand and say, "You can call me Raven."
Raven. All right, and he accepts that. I like that, and he shakes your hand, Raven. All right.
Wait, did I get a dialogue just then when he yeah, he's thinking about it? Is that the dialogue? Permanently, you can't change your name later. Yes, no dialogue. Is that what that was?
No, you ain't signed the documents yet. There's still some time to refine. You'll be fine. You can change it later, but then once you put your name on the doc, you're done. Finito. And you, Mrs.
Well, if he's going with birds, I think I will go with Hummingbird and just reach out and shake his hand.
And he shakes your hand and he says, "All right, you're already working together as a team. Okay."
Well, I don't want to let the team down. It's got to be something that won't identify me. I'll be Nightingale. No one will associate me with a nightingale.
Nightingale. It's a little wordy. I like what you're getting at.
You could call me Night or Gale for short, depending on our unique relationship that we have.
Okay. Well, let's start with Gale, and then we'll see if you can get. We'll work on Night because Night seems like it could be pretty cool. All right. So we've got Raven, we've got Hummingbird, and Gale. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what are your questions of me? First thing your bunch always do is you got 1,000 because they didn't tell you anything in orientation. Really, you probably fought a monster and you maybe saw one of your friends die there, and you got your nice rooms.
Same thing, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't change much, it seems. But if it ain't broke,
I was just gonna say the monster was our friend, but sounds like you had a different experience.
Well, who'd you get? It's always a different. Who'd you get?
Rocky. Well, we called him Rocky.
Rocky is actually a close personal friend. He has gone on a few missions with me.
You can talk to elementals and golems. Interesting. It's impressive.
Well, he talked. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I'm pretty experienced as far as fighting and exploring and killing and all that goes.
Mr. Breeze, I have really unsettling news for you.
Mr. Breeze was his father.
Mr. Breeze. Just call me Breeze.
His father's first name was
Okay,
Breeze.
You got it, Mr. Breeze. So
how old are you, boy?
prepared?
Hold on, stop for 1 second here. How old are they recruiting now at the KNG?
I'll have you know today is my 18th birthday.
Legal. Got it. Well, I feel like if you can...
William gives him a weird look. That was a weird thing to say.
Was that a pass?
It was not. I'm just saying that you're of age to be able to die, and maybe they don't feel bad about that.
Oh. Well, are you prepared to receive some news that may hurt you?
Nothing hurts me anymore, friend.
Rocky didn't make it.
Of course he did.
No.
What?
I watched him die.
Well, how'd he die? Tell me how he died.
He turned into a lunch of little rocks.
Yeah. Well,
and then he got swept. He got Swiffered even into a dustbin.
He hates when they do that because it smooths out his edges every time they pull that trick. That's just a way to get the scenario over. They put him back together. He's actually a formidable opponent. But you must have fared well.
I shouldn't have kept this as a souvenir then. And I pull out the rock that I taken from the pile, and it's got a hole drilled through it, and I'm wearing it as a necklace.
No, that's if it's not connected back at magically at the point of putting him together, it doesn't matter. It falls away. So yeah, you kind of have taken part of him away forever, but it's with you now. So that's
I stole a man's toe.
I'm a little concerned.
Whatever tickles your fancy.
So you're supposed to lead us on this trail, yes?
Yeah, but the questions and exposition and letting your fans and whatnot hear about your characters, I figure we'd do that for a second or two. But if you want to get on out of here, we can.
No, can you tell me about this blossoming?
Flowers bloom.
No, the blossoming.
Oh, well, everybody knows about blossoming. I mean, even if before you were in the K&G, you didn't hear about blossoming.
Okay. DM, can I roll a history to see what I know about the blossoming?
So this is kind of like when in real life there are things that we think like, how did I not know that? But let's roll just now to see if you do. So we'll just, I won't tell you did or didn't.
To be fair, I shouldn't ask for a roll. My bust. That's my shit.
No, I see. This is 6th edition. Your DM, you have to ask your DM to roll.
I rolled a 15. I'm not real smart.
Everyone else, go ahead and roll that as well. I want to know who this is like first time info for and who kind of has an idea.
That's a 14 for Miss B.
Okay.
It's 5.
So
for Gale.
So he
betrayed yourself.
The way he takes your question is not exactly what is the blossoming. He assumes that you mean something like you have more information about it. He says, well, I guess I know what any old person does is, a few hundred years ago, no one really knows what, but all the time and space and things that were together, there's scientists were doing something they shouldn't have been doing. They were given a gift and they abused that gift, and the gods didn't find it fair or didn't find it right, and they discombobulated timelines. And so I'm glad you asked that, because that's what we do here at K&G. We're finding things that drop into our timeline all the time that are messing things up, and they ain't supposed to be here. And so we find those things, we contain them, and we make sure they don't cause more damage to our timeline as they drop in. It's been that way for hundreds of years.
So what you're saying is these affected items, these artifacts, they're not otherworldly, they're just from either the past or the future?
Precisely. And the thing is, it could be people, it could be places, it could be items. I mean, it could just be a square, a 5-foot square somewhere that's doing something weird, making you bounce way up in the air when you step on that part of the ground. It is what it is.
I hope we don't run into that.
That's pretty fun, actually. So the items that we find, sometimes they work for us and they benefit us, and they're not always dangerous. Just things that shouldn't be out there.
It kind of poses the philosophical and moral question if we are really any worthy than anybody else to deem who could not use these items.
He immediately, quickly pulls his rifle off and aims it down the mountain. And says, must have been nothing. What were you saying?
Don't worry about it.
And then he secretly says, she's like, I'm actually into that stuff. I just wanted you. Listen, I talk like this because I want the enemy, whoever I'm talking to think I'm dumber than they are. But I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. And so he says, well, let's get on at it. We got a long trip ahead of us, and I don't want to be late.
Oh, okay. Well, as we're walking, what are the names of the moons? They slipped my mind.
Oh yeah, and so he points up at him, and kind of the time that you
and how
stepped
many?
Out. Say again.
How many does he point at?
There's 2 that are always pretty close to one another.
Okay.
He points up,
13.
and they're so in the mornings when you get up, you can still see those moons, or earlier, early in the evening. So the time that you had stepped out was pretty early morning, and you can still the sun's come up and the moons are there, and they're transitioning. And so he says, well, there's Terse, she's on the left, and Unith is on the right. And you'll notice that the one on the left, Terse, is a half moon where the left side is filled, and Unith is also right now in a half moon, and the right side is filled.
Okay, they're opposite of each other.
Well, I've got you here, and we're answering kind of these basic questions. Are the months called the same as they are on Earth Prime, or are they different?
They are very, very similar, but they're different because I had to rip them off. It's January.
It's Schmanuary.
Schmovember. December.
Schmapril.
Schmapril Schmowers.
I do have those months. They won't be particularly important right now, but if you would like, I can pull them up.
No, Senor Baconvet. I hate to tell you this. That's the name of your months now. Schmapril.
It is Schmapril 1st, and this is traditionally known as the day where you play pranks on people. But if the person who you play the prank on doesn't find it funny, they get to kill you.
Whoa, okay.
It's a pretty brutal, so either you're all in and you better be very funny, or you just don't. You don't even participate.
Yeah. Most people don't participate. There's a few very funny comedians on the top floor of the Bard's College who choose this day to duke it out and determine which one of them is the Grand Master. But
only canonically, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Breeze.
On Maple 1st.
I'm actually just pulling up the months here if you'd like to hear about them.
No, Senor Bacon Bit.
Pecan.
Only Schmapril.
They will come up soon, though.
Only Schmapril.
Are you someone who likes coffee, candles, dice, and dice-adjacent goods? Oh, yeah? Well, we've got something for you. We have some great sponsors that want to make sure you are never in short supply. We Lawful Stupid want to help cut you a deal to get those goods and support some local business. Check out lawfulstupid.org/affiliations to see everyone pumping out great products and how to get great deals and discounts on those items. Just to name a few we work with: Cantrip Candles, Bound Familiar Coffee, and Critical Dice, among others. Head on over to lawfulstupid.org/affiliations or click the link in the description to get more info. You're traveling, and the mountains begin to turn into a wooded area. They've dropped down sort of to close to the sea level, if you will. At least it's a little easier to breathe here. You're not feeling like you have to chew gum to get your ears to pop as much.
We've been walking, just so William understands.
I'd say about 2 hours, 3 hours. I'll give it that much.
Descent.
Yeah, you guys are moving. And as you descend into this forest, suddenly you're stopped. And he doesn't even say anything. He just puts his hand up behind him. Breeze does.
William walks into him.
You bump him, and he's like, "Hold on, you idiot." And he sniffs.
I don't smell it.
You would.
Weird.
And he says, and he motions over to this large group of trees that's more of a barrier that leads into the forest. And he motions over to get over and crouch down.
William does that.
I do that.
He says, there are bandit camps in this literally neck of the woods. There's a lot of bandit camps, and my goal was to help you get through these. So I'm gonna go in ahead of you. You guys follow the path. You're gonna come to a break, and there are gonna be 1, 2, 3 other paths you can take: left, middle, right. Take the middle. The bandits have made a sign that says, left is red eye of the world, and it's actually straight, and so they're just messing you up. Don't read their signs. Take the middle path through the woods. When you come to the second split, you're going to take the left one. There's only 2 roads there, so middle and left. All right?
Seems pretty straightforward.
Got it.
All right. So he makes some kind of inaudible call, and you see this giant eagle kind of flying around suddenly appear over these woods. It circles down and dives quickly to him, lands on his arm, and seems to talk into his ear. And he says, "All right, seems like you should be good for at least the first day or so. Woods, probably about a 3-day travel. I got you. don't worry. I'll be in the wings. And he pushes his arm up, that eagle flies away, and then he proceeds to start climbing a tree. And you see him almost like skipping anime style through these like tree branches as he disappears into the woods.
God, he's cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
I thought he was kind of a jerk, but that's just me.
If you guys wanted kind of a visual of what I would base him off of and forget everything I said, kind of go like Kakashi is kind of what I was trying to get there.
Kakashi mixed with Irvine from Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes, absolutely. There you go.
There you go. There's your image.
Beautiful.
So should we skulk through these woods towards the path?
Yeah, I guess just head down the trail like you said.
Then why did we get in the bushes?
I don't know.
I think he was just pulling our leg.
Oh, all right. I step back out onto the path and start heading down the path.
All right. I would like you
On the road.
to
I pull out
roll
my bike. Go ahead.
a perception check for me.
Oh,
Sure.
Perception.
that P word, my purview. Let's see. William has a 16.
I rolled a 17.
22 for Lady Hummingbird.
Dang. Okay. Real cool.
So you're not the only
Okay,
one
so
who
you-
cheats with high rolls, Shane.
See,
I still had the second
and
highest
she doesn't
one.
even get natural. She's just like overdoes it. Like I got a 42. Like you're not even your level 2. Is what you are.
It'll be fine. It'll be great. Just double it. I'll get that feat that doubles your roll.
Yeah, the good one.
Yeah.
That's what the feat's just called the good one.
The good one.
It lets you double all rolls.
Yeah.
The feat to beat all feats. The beat. Feet beater. And
That was my nickname.
we're going down a path. I can't let you guys get 2 out of line. We'll get 3 stars. As you begin to travel down this path, windy, and you almost sometimes see like these off-beaten paths that you think, was that a left? Do I keep going straight here? But you continue to say what looks like the main dirt path through these woods. It's beautiful for all intents and purposes. Trees are very green. They're vibrant right now. There are bird calls throughout this forest as you're walking around. Sometimes you can hear other creatures walking around. Nothing seems to attack you. As you come around one tree, you notice kind of off into the woods about 30 feet. And if anyone who rolled over a 15 would notice this, there's a mound of fresh dirt that is there off to the right.
Does it look like a grave?
It does.
Do you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Don't. That seems like a bad thing to investigate. Have you ever like seen a play and you're like, oh, you really shouldn't go in that room? That's what that looks like to me. Thoughts?
There's not even a marker on it. I could do like a quick prayer.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. That's fine. I'm just gonna keep some distance.
So I'm going to go ahead and, as a ritual, cast ceremony. It takes 1 hour.
Do you walk over to this mound? Like, how are you proceeding with this? Where does this take place?
I'm gonna walk over to where the mound
I
is.
stay 15 feet behind him.
I'm gonna kneel beside it. I'm gonna place my hand on the earth.
I would like for you to roll a dex saving throw for me. With
I
advantage,
told you,
because
don't go in
you
there.
were so dang caring. You're playing hard to your character, and that is appreciated.
6th edition is nice and warm.
Yes.
I like it.
That is a dirty 20 with advantage.
Sounds about right.
What? Oh, because I cheat.
Um,
I got my rolls in D&D Beyond. Anybody can look at them.
as you were walking over to this grave, you feel your foot tug on something on the ground that breaks, but then nothing happens. And as you begin to look around in anticipation of, obviously it was a trap, there is like one of those swinging logs that would have come right at you, but for some reason it wasn't like set up right, or it's been here too long, and it doesn't react.
Did it look like it was gonna hit me?
It would have hit you.
So there probably isn't a body in here, huh?
Oh, I don't know. Is there?
Could I roll an investigation to
Yes.
see if I can put together all the pieces
Yes.
of this crazy puzzle?
I'd like to think Miss B is just chilling on the path, waiting for the both of them to get back.
You got a scout on the path, 30 feet out, a dude in the middle, being like, and then a guy
That's
on
a
a grave.
6.
Okay, you don't have to lie about low rolls, though.
Okay. It was a 6. I never lied
He's
about
like,
my rolls
I got a
except
nat
when I
20,
DM.
but that's
It was
too
a 6.
many, so it's a 6.
So you, what's obvious as you begin to get down is you can see a foot sticking out of the dirt as you've gotten closer. Brown shoe, so maybe from a distance it looks like it's part of this mound, but you realize that foot is attached to a leg and perhaps more of a body if you were to dig up the dirt. Whoever dug this grave did a terrible job.
I would like, if it's very easy to do, I would like to uncover this just to maybe see if they're still alive.
Yeah, so you begin to rake off some of this dirt, and again, terrible job. There's not much. But as you do it, you realize this is a skeleton. It's been moved here for whatever reason. It looks like it was almost definitely set up to be a trap.
Well, I'm gonna recover the body. It's a real body. It's just
Yes, it's an old skeleton.
Old.
And so here's what I'll tell you: as you begin to cover him back up, you hear the loose jangling of perhaps coins.
it from the grave.
Yes, as you yeah.
I don't want no skeleton coins. I've seen how that ends.
Okay.
I just keep burying them.
Okay, and so you bury him back up, and then so your ceremony. What does that look like?
It is a 1 hour long ritual spell.
Let's do it in real time.
In which I can perform a number of different rites. I will do the funeral rite, which will bestow the blessings of Nova upon it and let it go into a peaceful rest. Also, it can't be turned undead by any means for 7 days.
Awesome. Write that down. Okay, and you almost you hear almost like the exhaling of a breath from this skeleton as it goes as you finish up the ceremony.
Thank you.
And that's the end of that.
And I kind of get up and I brush the dirt off me and light a new cigarette. Thanks for being patient, guys.
That's bold of you to assume I was patiently waiting, but it's fine.
Everyone has their own thing. We're just going to have to get used to each other's quirks. And then Miss B will start going off on the path again. But this time watching out for traps.
The person who says, no, we should love and accept each other no matter what, has some shady shit they're hiding.
I agree.
My goal is for you to find out that you're your own BBEG and solve that problem. And then that's the end of the campaign.
Excuse me, sir. Rolls to kill self.
You win! It's level 20.
I type in the special command /wrists and fucking...
Just Alt F4. All right, we keep walking.
And it seems pretty uneventful. It seems like Breeze has told you the right way. And finally, about 6 hours later, you come to that first crossroads in the forest. And to the left, there's a sign, and it obviously has been like scratched out and redone. And it says, down this path to Red Eye of the World. Down the middle, it just says, don't go that way. And then the opposite way, there's not even a sign for the right.
Well, we'll just head down the middle like you said.
Yeah, but it seems curious to me that the far right wasn't labeled.
Maybe somebody switched the signs around or something. I don't know.
Oh, we can always switch the signs around ourselves.
You should probably just take them all down.
That's even better.
Which path of these looks least traveled? It's asking for a friend.
You roll perception for me.
All right. It's a natural 1 so 4.
It looks to you that they are both about the same travel that you can tell.
I look at these, and I stare at these 3 paths, and I say, I'm sorry I could not travel all 3 of these.
Son of a...
That's a fun literary joke for everybody.
As you stand there, you hear the breaking of a twig, and then you hear the.
I cast
hear the
Eldritch Blast in the direction.
Okay, roll an attack roll for me.
Shane's campaign has hardened me. 21.
It hits. Roll damage.
All right.
A dead child.
1.
Oh my god.
Nah.
You hear, "Ugh!" and you turn and you see a man with like a tooth necklace, and he has clearly stolen something. Like he has nice pants and nice shirt, but he has none of his own teeth. But they don't look like the ones on his necklace. And his hair is wild, and his skin is dirty. And he's got a dagger out, and he says, "That was fancy. Now you're gonna get gutted."
I shoot him again.
So he snuck up on you at first, so he's going to get to go. He's going to run at you to make an attack, but right as he gets to you and he's going to slash, you hear, and then it takes about 2 seconds after you hear that, you see a bullet right through the temple, boom, boom, and the guy drops to the ground.
Gosh, he's so cool.
He's so cool.
I
right?
loot this guy. What do I find? What do I find on this redneck Willie?
So he has his dagger on him.
Okay.
Yeah, just a basic common dagger. You find 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
You find his necklace is pretty rad for high school in 2007 when you would go to Myrtle Beach and you needed something to bring back to show you went.
It's like a shell necklace with teeth. Okay, got it.
Yes. And that's pretty much it. Unless you want his clothes, and they're pretty. I mean, the clothes he has on, they are like worker
push
pants.
his body into the woods.
Okay.
I'm already digging a new grave.
You shouldn't dig on the path. That's.
Oh well, I've stepped off the path.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. I don't wait for him to dig a path. I'm not doing that. He's already buried one person. I walked down the middle path.
I know where you're coming from, and I know it's going to take time, but here's the thing. Why would it change in the 20 feet we walked? I don't want to do it either, but why would his beliefs change in the 20-foot walk it took to get?
Do you have to dig 6 feet deep? Just do 2, right? It's fine.
It would be quicker if you helped.
I will help him so we get done faster.
Then just going to go ahead and cast my hour-long ritual.
Note to self, I have to stop killing people where there's ground. I just need you to be like some metal area where you can't physically.
If you think I won't start a fire to do a crematorium,
that's much faster, I think. But I mean, I guess you still have to do the whole hour to get the.
I still have to spend that.
We'll figure that out. We'll work.
So
he helps him with
2 more
the
hours.
digging.
I mean, as the DM, if you wanted to say that it casts like a normal ritual, it only takes 10 minutes.
Let's do 10-minute burials. I like that better, especially for this riffraff.
Some of them are different. You know, like I can touch myself and do a coming of age ability.
That might happen more naturally now. I might be just killing everybody.
I did say that it was my birthday today.
All right, so you do the ceremony, and by this time, the sun has come up, and the sun is beginning to go down now as you make your way through these woods. And Terse and Unith have risen once again. And I always forget these terms. But Unith is coming. Is it waxing? Means getting bigger is more.
Correct.
And and
Waning.
and Terse
Waning.
is waning. A little bit more. Do you want to camp for the night? Or do you want to keep on trucking?
Camp, please. No exhaustion. Hard pass.
The only rules I know
Yeah.
about exhaustion is if you don't sleep, and I got that from Shane, so that'll be the only. So just know, I don't know the other rules yet for that to do, but if you don't sleep, you get exhausted.
Yeah, we'll set up camp.
We'll take a nap.
Okay. One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. So you set up camp. Do you guys set up guard for the night at all?
That would be the smart thing to do, so I think yes.
Nobody knows alarm, huh? Yeah, I guess we better set up watch.
As you're setting up camp and you're beginning to talk about sort of that stuff, and you're maybe sitting around the fire, you hear a crunching of leaves coming into your camp.
I wait for the after trail of the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I shoot. I Eldritch Blast that thing.
Roll attack.
Yeah, sure. You knew what I was gonna do. All right, 22.
It just seems to go into the woods, maybe hit a tree and disperse, maybe catch a couple leaves on fire, and then the entire forest is now on fire, and you have ruined a lot of good homes for animals. No, it fizzles out.
And the orphanages that are spread throughout.
And actually, this is
land now.
exclusively the place where orphanages are in this world, in this entire
I'm
world.
gonna burn them all down and build condos. It's fine.
Nothing happened. And so you hear the voice say, "You're gonna have to be a little bit better than that to hit me." But no need.
Look,
be
dude, if a
alarmed.
22 doesn't hit you, I'm just not fucking with you, you know?
Well, I said I've been here for a while, been doing this for a pretty long time, so I get it. I'd be tense too.
Yeah, you domed the other guy. I get it.
So I used my old bird friend to kind of draw off the bandits as much as I could today. So he only ran into one. I saw that, took care of that guy. But eventually, you guys are gonna have to fight on your own, and you haven't had opportunity. I'm not saying you wouldn't. I'm just saying I won't always. My goal is to see how you respond to some difficulties that may come your way. But you're doing good so far. You've made it through the woods. You're making good time, and that is, for me, the most important thing is being on time.
Good time? We stopped for a
Coach.
couple hours.
Yes, well, I also saw you burying a couple fellows, and I'll say I respect it. I don't know that you made up time somehow, but I respect it. Gail, I respect you.
I respect you too, sir.
And he puts out a lighter to light a cigarette for you.
Thank you, Mr. Breeze. And I take a long draw and I exhale, and it smells like vanilla.
This is weird.
Well, what'd you guys bring to eat? You got a campfire? You start putting up camp? We gotta have dinner. What did you bring?
I got rations.
Lucian pulls out. This is where we learn Lucian's cannibal. He's been dismembering
Parts of
his
that.
bodies.
It's just like
Where'd you get a ham
Nutrigrain
leg?
bars and sun chips.
No, we got a few days rations from
Yeah,
the
I mean
night
rations.
Okay.
guard. Yeah.
I found some game out earlier. Took couple pop shots. And so he pulls up this like large bag, and it's bloodied a little bit. And he says, "I already cleaned it. You know what? If you want to cook it, first night's on me. But I ain't doing this again. It's something about you guys. I like you a lot. I do. But I can't be spoon feeding you every step of the way. You got it?"
Sure.
Sure,
Thanks.
Dad.
Thank you.
Lucian will cook. I love cooking for friends.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to head off. I'm going to be pulling security. You guys.
He loves cooking for friends. Great. See you later.
No, that's not the intent. What he means to say.
You're
no.
my friend too, Mr. Freeze.
I'm gonna be back, but I'm gonna keep watch while you make that happen. So you ain't gotta worry about a thing. I'm gonna take care of it for you. I'll be back and get some grub.
So one of the things that I want to be cool about Lucian is I think that he is a very good cook. And I would love to roll some sort of die to tell you how good I do cooking this meal.
You know what? Here's what I'll give you, and I know this is something kind of a spoiler for later. Wait, it's not a spoiler. We haven't gotten there yet. If you decide to take the role as perhaps a chef or something at the school,
Well, yeah, I was planning on it.
okay, then I will allow it. And it's you just how delicious it is. It's going to be good, but how delicious will be based on a roll. Let's do that. So
Would you
you
like me to
are
roll?
going to prepare the meat for tonight.
So, if there's nothing you would like me to roll for that, then I will just roll.
You know what? You just cook well, and we can work on maybe some added benefits of your how well you cook based on. So it's always going to be good.
But I do want to. I want to make it nice for my friends. I make them like a rabbit stew, and I pull out some of the bread from the rations, and I work on it with my ancient recipes, and I turn it into like light, fluffy bread instead of wheat snack bread.
Army 101. Oh, it's so bad. And you do that, and it is. I don't know if you guys are impressed. Let's hear how that goes.
I would like to think that Miss B helped out Lucian, because that's a role that she's used to doing.
Okay.
William does not.
If you have two chefs, that means twice the love goes in.
Have you ever heard of too many chefs in the kitchen?
Only spoils the broth, and it's a stew, so technically not broth. That's broth's only for soups.
It would be a stew. It's delicious, really.
Okay. I don't really believe you.
No, it's great commoner food. I love it. It's good to get back to the roots.
I heard a term for that the other day. It's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, thanks. That's great. And then B's just gonna plop down wherever and eat her food like, I'd spent time in helping, and just frustration corner over here.
If you had to rate the dish on a series of stars, like up to 5 stars, how many stars would you get?
Probably 3.
Okay.
For being honest, I feel like the venison really railroaded the spices of the stew.
It was rabbit.
Bit garlicky.
It was rabbit.
No wonder. That's real weird.
Whatever you say, Dwayne, William loved it. So it doesn't matter what you want. Welcome to 6th edition, where I tell you how you feel. No, but it is a very good dish. It is well plated. Even if it doesn't taste great, and William is not willing to admit that, it does at least has a good presentation.
The secret is I snuck in some orange zest.
That is fancy as all
Today I
get.
learned there's oranges in Devin's world.
As you, I have prepared that.
I invented it.
And people are digging in. Breeze comes back. This time you don't hear him. You don't hear him stepping in.
He's so cool.
And he said, "What is that delectable smell?"
Oh, it's just a little something. Me and Miss Hummingbird, we came up with it. We just whipped it together. It's not a big deal.
Oh, it is this. Here's what I'll tell you. you might want to get out of here as quick as you can in the morning because everybody in this forest is going to smell it and want to come get some.
Okay. Also, we probably should hurry up a little bit.
Yeah, but seriously, we want to get out of here quick in the morning because they will probably come kill you because they know you're here.
Yeah, they can smell us.
So he
That's how
has
you
a
track
bowl.
them down.
Bandits can smell orange zest from up to 5 miles away.
It's their weakness in 6th edition. So he does have a bowl, and his bird comes down and like has captured a rabbit or something of its own, and is eating kind of off away from you guys. Says, well, before we turn in, you guys, any last questions? You got anything you want to get off your chest? How are you feeling about today?
Feel like we could have made better time.
It's kind of uneventful.
Well, we buried 2 bodies. I'm not sure that I would consider that uneventful.
I'm just saying, like I expected it to be more dangerous. I didn't think it'd be going this
Buried
well.
2 bodies. Someone died. That's
Yeah, but
not
nobody that we
dangerous.
knew.
What's your mission? I guess I'm your guide, but I haven't been given any details what you're doing here.
This is a task.
Investigate and resolve.
Well, that's kind of the whole thing. Gail, you've been treating me right today. You cooked me a good. Tell me what's going on here.
I thought it was a test. I'm not telling you anything about my mission.
Oh, you failed. I need. Let's see, Raven. Go ahead and give me the deets.
Oh, yeah. And we investigate and resolve.
Yes, but where? Where? I mean, we know where we're going, but what do you do once you get there?
I investigate and resolve.
Investigate what?
You asked me what I'm supposed to do. The problem. It's weird that you are told to find us, help us, but you don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, it's. Come to think of it, nobody said
No one
anything
told us
about
you
a
would
guide.
be here. Yeah.
Do you have any sort of and I'm sorry to ask this because I respect
I'm
you so
not.
much. Do you have any identification that would prove that you?
He pulls out a
Pardon, you say you
billfold
are?
and so fastly, like flips it down and back up. He says, "There it is."
That's you're going to need to slow that down.
Can
Yeah,
I
Chief.
get an insight check, homie?
Yes.
I don't believe this guy for shit.
That is
Nope.
an 18 plus 5 to insight, baby.
So this time he says, "I'm just kidding," and he flips it open, and it says, in quotes, "breeze," and it says security level 5. It has like the KNG's like official stamp that you have seen around their buildings and pictures and things like that. And it says Commander Knight, like as a
I
status.
cast detect magic.
No, it's just straight up piece of paper for him.
Okay.
And it has
It's not a magical force.
it has his picture in it, but it's him much younger, like perhaps when he first
He's got
joined.
like a dumb 80s haircut.
He's got long hair, like it's like down
He's
to his
got a
shoulders.
mullet.
Yes, and he looks very afraid in the picture. And he's like, I don't like to show many people that because I've come a long way, but they won't let you change your picture.
This all
Can't
looks
change
legit.
your code name or your picture.
It's not about who we are. We as individuals are not important. It's about the job we do, and I agree with that wholeheartedly.
But this looks legit, as best we can tell.
Yes, and that's because I really want everyone to love this guy. He's a very cool guy to me.
He's so
Okay.
cool.
But he is legit.
That checks out. We're investigating some floods. There's some unnatural floods or something.
You know, I've been hanging around this area because I mean this is kind of my sector of the world. These continents over here, this is kind of where I hang out. And yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. They won't let me go because they like to reserve some of the what seems to be simpler missions for the new recruits, and so they must believe it's something you can handle. So hopefully you'll take care of it.
There's another
I hope
word
so.
for that. We're the fodder.
No. When Nate, listen, let me tell you something, everybody. And so he puts his bowl down and he kind of leans forward, almost to draw you in, and he's
Gather
been kind
around,
of
kids.
jovial. But now he says, being part of KNG ain't a joke. For one, you've got skills, you've got abilities. Something that told the KNG that you were worth your stock, worth recruiting you to us. worth risking who we are, because you could run off and tell anybody. Now, no, we'll find out because we don't want people to know. It's our job to protect people. But you could do that. But they trust you enough to say, hey, you probably gave up your families. You did give up your families. You gave up something to come here. Everybody's got something they love. And you did that. You're not just fodder. And I hope that you do well.
I go ahead and I ladle in some extra stew into Breeze's bowl. I kind of give him a nod. Thank you. I mean a lot.
And he says, well, I mean, I'd stick around you too if I had a partner cook this well.
Yeah, what happened to your partners? Everyone has a group. Where's yours?
He says, and then you hear like, ah, ah, like this bird off to the right. It's like tossing this rabbit in there. He's like, there he is. In all his glory.
Is that a druid that can't transform back? Like, what happened to the other people?
No, that's just
squad?
That's just
I've got two
Eagle.
others.
Well,
he got fucking animorphed.
forever.
I don't remember. What was the bullshit arbitrary rule? Like, if you turn 16 while you're
Yes.
a bird, you're a bird
Yes.
forever.
I don't remember that.
I told him if I was a
That's
bird,
fine.
he's a bird. And he went to a bird, and then I didn't, and now he's stuck. So I lied. No, he says, no, I prefer to be alone. Really, and my job, I'm a recon guy. That's what I love to do. It's what I was hired for, and it's easier to scout when you're by yourself, and it's easy to not have to worry about losing people. And he kind of says that in a way that he doesn't want you to press anymore into that line of questioning.
So when we rank up, we could possibly do the same thing, even though they say we are stuck together.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? That's right. You're pretty right on it, Hummingbird. You will be a team for a while. You just need to learn to. They want you to learn to rely on one another. If you can get that out of this whole thing, is rely on one another. All the tests you go through, everything's a test for a long time. Right now, probably me talking to you is a test. Rely on each other. Rely on your skills. Trust yourselves. Hear me. Trust yourselves. And you'll be just fine. Now.
Look, he just gave us the answers to the test. This is wonderful.
That's it. Just remember those words. When you're in your deepest, darkest times and feel like you're going to die, you just say, God, I just got to trust my friends. And then hopefully they're there. And if they ain't, well, they screwed you. I'm kidding, but seriously.
I trust that Breeze is ready to shoot someone.
Now, I'm going to get out of here because
I
I think I've already overstayed my welcome. Gail, wonderful meal. Hummingbird, you're sweet as can be. Raven, I think your name suits you well.
Thanks.
He spits a raven feather at you and walks.
And then, and
He hates his other partners.
poof of black feathers. He says, well, I'm gonna head out and I'll be following you. I'll be around. But y'all, you're making good time. Don't worry about that. You'll get there.
Good night, Breeze.
Have a good night. And so he disappears into the woods. And I think unless you guys have something else you want to chit-chat about.
I don't know if I could do this like Breeze does with nobody else around. I mean, God, he's got to be so lonely.
I mean, he is talking to a bird, so.
I wonder when the last time he had company was.
We should all try to be a little bit nicer to old Breeze.
William looks at Lucian. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it might make his year, you know.
Well, I'm gonna lay down.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Bird.
Are we gonna do a watch or not? I know
No,
Breeze
so,
says. I was
yeah,
like, but I
he
would
told
like to.
you he got it, so you guys don't have to worry about.
6th edition is easy mode.
Yeah.
I love it.
GG sniper cover.
As you're asleep, you perhaps are all dreaming about some things, and everyone roll a perception for me.
This is a problem.
I am an elf, so I don't need to sleep as long as the other two.
Yeah. I also don't
That's
dream, so I got an 18.
Okay.
So, I just for my grasp on 6th edition, are we making this perception check in our rest?
No, I'm going to say that you have. Well, that's what I'll let you know based on your perception roll if the thing that I'm doing did a thing
Okay.
to you.
William with an 18.
Okay.
13 for Miss B.
Lucian got an 11.
Okay. You all meet. So this thing is enough, and maybe you're not sleeping well, and so each of you, are you close to the fire? Or are you kind of far away? How are you positioned next around this fire, or if there is a fire?
Medium length. I don't want to be too hot, too cold.
I got you.
I want to
Like
be
one leg
just
out of the
right.
cover, one out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, feet are always out of the cover. Come on, man. I'm not a monster.
Each of you next to your head, about the size of a CD. We'll say CD. Is what looks like a flat, very low, very flat, low to the ground, like a metal spider. It has some sort of symbol on it. And as each of you are kind of you, because you heard it move towards you, as you see it, it quickly, before you can make any reaction, quickly scampers out of sight and is gone. And the rest of the night is uneventful.
I hate it.
You wake up the next morning and you clean up your campfire. We're going to say it's enough because you don't want to be tracked. I don't know. Does anybody know how to do that? Does anybody know enough about cleaning up?
I know that if you clean up everybody everywhere, then clean up everybody does their share.
And so you do that, and it is a very neat forest, very clean and tidy. And you prepare to step off on the trail to Junga. And that's where we'll end our episode.
Hey, if you want to support the show while they do this Jumanji music, just a quick reminder that at the end of February we're going to be doing a competition, like a team Lucian, team William, team Mrs. B. There's going to be some sweet ass stickers. There is some sweet ass stickers in the store. So whoever has the most purchased stickers wins advantage. I'm pretty sure like a legendary item, like their
Extra
own
spell
narrative
slots.
to where they can just lie about their roles and say whatever they want and it become reality. So whoever like wins and has the most stickers, so like go to our store.lawfulstupid.org and buy some stickers and just buy like 10 Williams and maybe like 2 of the others so they don't feel bad. And then I'll have a legendary item and control the narrative. So let's do that. Hashtag Team William.
Hell yeah. I have rolled for humanity. Are you interested to know the result?
I am. Crew?
I want to know.
Yes.
It's a 15.
Who's it going to, Brad?
Oh, it's going to that Thurgood Marshall College Fund. We're continuing in our effort this in Black History Month. Thurgood Marshall. Hell yeah.
We've rolled really good
That's
for that charity, by the way. 14, 15 already.
We should probably get some more nat
Son of a
20s. Speaking of our roles, you should tell us about it in our Discord. Just go to discord.lawfulstupid.org and it will bring you right to our Discord to chat everything you want about it.
Short and sweet. Yep. And I'm going to continue on in the stead of Shane, but I'm if you tweet using the hashtag
Stupidcast.
every time I think of stupid cast, I've researched it. There's always a kid who's like got a pencil inside of his cast and he can't itch that spot in his leg, and he puts hashtag stupidcast.
I'm just saying, it's our unified Twitter
If you
hashtag.
use the hashtag stupidcast, Shane will sing your praises in an episode.
Thank you.
The legacy continues. Yeah, and so we thank you for listening to this episode. I don't know what my thing is to do at the end of episode yet, so it'll be coming soon.
Hey, I will say, when you rate our show, just make sure you give us good, solid feedback. Legitimately, whether you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, we do love the feedback. It's really nice when we get like, hey, good show. But tell us what you like about it, specifically what you don't like about it. We genuinely like that feedback, even if we will spend an entire episode joking to make us feel better about the negative stuff. So please rate, review. It makes a big difference for our show specifically.
And you know who you are, and thank you so much for it.
Speaking of which, we just got a new rating in. Devin, do you want to read it?
I wasn't going to at all because we had read it 4 times before the show, but I'll read it now. Shane, do you want me to read it or no?
Yes, of course. We read all our reviews.
Okay, so all of the jokes about D20s and 3s is based on a review we got, and I'll say this. Thank you for the review. It's a 3-star. Shane said if we ever got not bad reviews, but less than 5s, he just wants to know why. And I agree with that. I think we all agree with that as a team. We just want to know why. Rating is 3 stars. It says very good, worth a listen. Writer goes to say, first, my reviews are as honest as I can make them. I'm not saying others are not, but it seems like people usually give 1s and 5s, but I try to give constructive reviews. Most things are not crap, a 1, or perfect, a 5. I'm still listening to the first season. Some of the earlier episodes suffered from audio issues, but they are fixed by episode 21. Pros. Good story when the players aren't actively doing everything in their power to derail it. Truth. Entertaining group. DM of the first season has some great homebrew ideas and allows the players to be very creative. Sometimes too much. You're going to hate season 3. Cons. If you prefer strong mechanics, then you may want to listen to later episodes when I assume they've hammered out all their disagreements on how certain spells and situations should play out. There's one player who I would not be surprised if he was exaggerating his role sometimes. Just seems awful convenient how whenever he really wants to succeed at something, he just so happens to get the right role. He also gets more natural 20s than anyone else on the podcast by far. That same player can sometimes portray himself as the I know best type, often steamrolling over others' ideas, including the DM's, and forcing things into a direction he prefers. Normally, player agency is exciting and makes things interesting, but it can often sacrifice story development and narrative just so his character can win. There's definitely potential for this to be rated higher. Perhaps after completing the remaining episodes, I'll update my review. I heard the player mentioned in the con section actually becomes a DM, so maybe that's a better fit for his need to be in control. Here's hoping, because this group seems great. So I'm saying, what I heard was he likes the podcast and he likes us.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
So thank you, Mark to Majestic. And we really do love your feedback.
I appreciate it. I do. It has been mentioned. Christoph Shindo syndrome is a real thing and it can happen to anybody. So it's something that we strive to work on. We hope you like those later episodes better. Let us know how you do like Campaign 2 Electric Boogaloo.
All right. And that's it, everybody. And with that, we say thank you and we love you and bye.
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 Bye.